Welcome to Tournament 25 of Halo Ninja Warrior. Today we're going to take a look at each of the obstacles on stages 1, 2, and 3. First off, we have the rolling log on stage 1. The biggest tip here is to be patient. If you jump too quickly off of those logs while they're spinning, they will throw you in whatever direction they like. Next up, the butterfly wall. Make sure you find your height so that you know which part of the wall you want to aim for. Next up on the falling plank, let the plank fall. The majority of competitors who failed this obstacle failed because they hit their head on the bar because they didn't jump late enough. For the TIE Fighter, this one now has a trampoline, so make sure you get a good run-up angle. The angle can mean everything. The way you get into this TIE Fighter could make or break your run. For the crooked wall, line it up. Make sure you know where that pole is going to be and you jump at the right spot. For the warped wall, jump later. If you didn't get up it, you probably jumped too early. On the Tarzan Ropes, make sure you control the pole. That is what makes them swing. The more you stay in control of the pole, the more you control the swing. And for the rope climb, do not lose your composure. It's a simple obstacle. You don't want to be the one who fails that close to the buzzer on stage 1. Next up, we have stage 2 and the slider drop. This one, make sure you stay straight. If you veer off to the side, it will punish you. Next up, the cross salmon ladder, brand new obstacle, and I recommend everyone takes their time. Once you start rushing, you run the risk of hitting your head on the rung above you and falling all the way back down into the water. The stage 2 time limit is a little strict, but it's not worth going out on the second obstacle. For the balance twist, slow down on the turns. Once the ball starts turning like that, it can be really hard to stay on top of it. So make sure while it's turning, you are slowing it down by staying at the front of the ball. For the new obstacle, the swivel link, you want to jump quickly. The longer you stay on either side, the more it's going to tilt. So the faster you get off of it, the faster you don't have to worry about it anymore. Now for the double pinch, momentum is key. You do not want to slow down at all for that obstacle or you will come up short. And lastly on stage 2, the wall lift, jump late. Always jump late or you'll end up like Fireball in Tournament 24. Also Flame. But that is how you do stage 2. And now for stage 3. The first obstacle is the flying bar. For this one, you want to back up, but you don't want to back up too far. These are big jumps. And if you land in the right spot, you can get enough momentum on each pole to jump to the next one. Just don't back up too far. For the lateral grasp, a brand new obstacle, use your aim. Line it up, that way you get into the window. It can be tough to fit in between those poles. The curtain cling, use the entire wall. That way you get more momentum upward and downward. Now for the ultra crazy cliffhanger. Timing is everything. On this first transfer, you want to make sure you don't jump too late or too early. Now on these little small ledges, make sure you get your save jumps on them. That way you don't go flying anywhere crazy. And the timing of this ledge is the most crucial. You've got to figure out the exact spot of when you want to jump. There are different ways to tell, and if you have any questions about it, just let me know. I can help you with the timing of the ultra crazy cliffhanger. Now for the quad slicer. Keep it tight on those corners. Once you are trying to make a transition around the corner, make sure you get as close as possible before actually committing to the corner jump. You obviously have a lot of save jumping that you have to do on this obstacle, so it is very important to stay focused, but it's also very important to make sure you handle those corners nicely. Now for the pyramid scheme, only one competitor has defeated it. That is Chumpy. You gotta trust your jump on this obstacle. You don't get a save jump. You're not gonna get a save jump on this obstacle, so you gotta fully commit to whatever jump you get. Now for the hang climb, you gotta be gentle. These rocks are very small. If you go crazy on them and you start trying to do a bunch of tough save jumps and you have too much momentum, you're gonna go flying off the rock and you're done. So you gotta be very gentle on those rocks. Now for the Eludicrous Swing, build your momentum at the right time. Make sure you know when you want to go for it. When the swing is at its peak, you gotta build that momentum forward and go for that big jump. And just like that, you can earn your way to the final stage in Halo Ninja Warrior Tournament 25. The tournament is live now, so don't miss your shot to compete in the final Halo 5 tournament.